Hello and welcome to Buckman's Model Mania. Today we're going to be working on the Disney Dollhouse Stage 37. Open the book up and you can see there's a pack and a second pack. So the first pack here, the larger pack, is going to be more walls to the basement. Let's go ahead and get them out. We'll actually be doing these second, but I like to get these out of the package first. So what we have here, I believe this is the back wall. Not positive, but we have here, we have one wall. Actually, let me see real quick. No, this wall goes right here. So we have that wall, two interior supports, and then the floor that goes into the hexagonal area here. We also have wheelbarrow and some carrots. Those are what we do first in this issue. And these will go into the basement, the Winnie the Pooh basement. I'm kind of curious as how that works because it's underneath the house. You have to pick the dollhouse up to get to it. Okay. Set that aside. Take that out of there. And so we've got some carrots, like I said, and then the parts to the wheelbarrow. And the wheel works. There's the axle pin. So we got the base. That goes there. This will be up here. The two handles. Where the handles attach. The two sides and then the wheel. Wheel out and dump out all the carrots. We'll just put them up here for right now. Get one of these little tin bowls. I think I have a scalpel underneath here somewhere. I believe that's that book right on top of the scalpel. There goes the super glue. Speaking of which, to actually from the last issue to get this gap here to stay in place, I just dropped some super glue down in there, let it run down, and then after it had run down some, I just pushed it together and held it. Okay, so the first thing I have you do is hang on just a second. Sorry about that. Okay, so as I was saying, the first thing you do is you're going to glue this part here, the front of the wheelbarrow, into here, just like this. So let me find the glue because it's hidden behind stuff. What they say to do is to put the glue on here. I don't know if it says quick drying or super glue. Whoops, got a little bit much there. Paper towel, clean off my thumb. And we're going to push this in here. Not too concerned about the buildup underneath. I will still spread it across a little bit. Set that out of the way. Go ahead and set this down like that. Okay, my wife is texting me. Then it says to apply glue on the sides, and that's actually what is going to hold this together correctly, the right position. So let's put a little bit more sparing glue on here. Try not to do such a blob like I did before. Take the side. Make sure I have the right side for this part of it. Rounded part is going to be the top and beyond, at the top and to the back. It is actually very, very wobbly right now. Set this down. It's actually setting enough that I can put it down. Too much glue again. Let's do it this way. That might be a better way to do it from now on, except I didn't get hardly anything back here. Take this other side, put it in place. Make sure everything is squared up and the bottom is not pushing down like I just did. So it looks kind of like that. Get that glue off of there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set this here, let it set for a few minutes while I go and put some walnuts out for our squirrels. That's what the text was from my wife. I will be right back. Okay, this has actually had quite a bit of time to dry. I had other things that I had to go do. So that's done. Next thing we got to do is put the handles on. We just do a little bit of glue on these posts on the end of them. Just kind of get some on the end, push it in there. I turned it so it kind of spread the glue all the way around. Do the same thing on this one. Insert it and then turn it once it's in there to spread the glue all the way around. Not sure if that was by design, but I do kind of like the spots on the back end there. Then we take this, we're going to put some glue across the top here. Just kind of spread that across. And it's going to push in place here between the two sides. Let's see if we can get it in here straight. It sits in there just like that. There we go. Better focusing. On the next page, it says to cut those apart, glue them in there. Yeah, that's what I thought. They have you put a drop of glue on the pin once it's in there. So first, we have to cut these apart. And I'm looking. I have a small cutting mat, but I'm not positive where it is at this point. It's probably underneath here. So let me get these cut apart real quick. Almost bent the scalpel a little bit. So we got these two pieces cut apart. We're going to put a little bit of glue on each of them. Key thing is make sure that you put them in the right way. Come on, there we go. Get that excess glue off of there. And by put them in the right way, I mean, there is a hole in there. That pin has got to go through there. Put a drop of glue on here as well. And I just knocked the other end off. Put that back on here. Once it sets, it'll be strong, a really strong bond. But right now, it's not that strong of a bond because this is the type of wood glue I'm using. There, that will hold it in place. So now we take this pin. Actually, let's get that straight. Those are both straight. So we set the wheel in here. Okay, we hold on to the wheel instead. Get the pin. Set the wheel in here. Take the tweezers. Hopefully this isn't just going to drop right out the other side. We put this pin in here, get it through the hole in the wheel. Come on, there we go. Into the other side. And once that's in there, it says to apply a drop of glue to each end of the pin. Instead, what I'm going to do is apply a drop of glue to the outside here. Spread it across, a little bit like that. Do the same on this side, because you don't want the pin falling out. So that, you can see the glue there. Now if I set this up here, don't mess with it. And set all the carrots into it. Rabbit will be very pleased that he has all these carrots. Just kind of curious how Pooh gets a name, Piglet, or Rabbit doesn't get a name. Eeyore gets a name, although Owl doesn't get a name. He gets his name is what he is. So we'll set that, leave that sitting there, and now we'll get to the major portion of the construction in this issue, which is we're going to put this in place. Let's double check. Okay, we're not putting that in place. First, we're going to do, that can go up here. Whoops. I'm just looking to see. Oh, it is this piece. Oh, okay. Just double checking. I'm trying to put it in the wrong way. I'm trying to go this direction when it actually goes this direction. That could be interesting. Okay, it will go in there. So it's going to meet up here, and of course I'm off camera because of the size of this thing. This thing is just not wanting to stay together. We'll set it aside for right now. Get this square out. There we go. So this is going to go on here like this. And what I was saying was going to be a little bit interesting is that it's got to slip under this tab here. And these are half height holes here for these tabs. So we're going to apply glue to the tabs as well as to the bottom. We can actually apply glue to the bottom of the tabs because they are fitting in on top of other pieces that are already there. Then just double checking. Yeah. Then some glue along this edge here. Set the glue aside and we will put this into place. So like I said, you get a hole here, 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 and here that have already got wood sticking up out of it, or wood sticking up inside of it. So you got to set this in place. Got glue on my thumb again. Set this in place, get it pushed down into all the spots, and then pull it over like that. Take our square, double check to make sure that this is square, and make sure it lines up with the front corner here. Then we take this piece, which is actually going to help square it up as well. Just looking where it goes there. We need just glue across the bottom, it says. Excuse my cold. So we put glue across the bottom. Interestingly, it does not say to put glue here and here. I'm going to anyway. I want it to be sturdy. There are two sides to this. We've got a taller and a shorter spot that's going to be notched. This is actually going to meet up with the outside wall. Just kind of play it by ear, put glue where you think it needs to be. Sits down inside there, pulls it together. Get that excess there off, and it is actually seated well. And just looking to see. And that's all you do on that one. And then this last piece here has notches. These notches are where the power is going to run from the base. Because this is actually I think this is just the basement floor. There's actually another piece, another base below this. And so we're going to put some, I'm sorry, I was looking at instructions. Glue on these tabs. I put it to the outside. Whoops. I don't like to put it to the outside. I was looking at the instructions again, sorry. So, like that and that. And then it is going to drop on there. I'm not going to glue that. Just look one more time. Okay. Just stuck my thumb full in the glue. Do need to glue here. I will apply glue here, which is where this wall is. And we're going to slide this down in here. And what it's going to do is match up with the side of this wall here. This one right here. So that everything squares up. I need to push down on it because it is not wanting to hold completely. What's happening is back here is tilting out a little bit. Should not matter because that should be covered up. Same here a little bit. Key thing is when the glue sets, you want everything to be right. So I'm going to pause the camera and put some clamps on this, and I'll be back once that's done. Once the glue is set a little bit better. Okay, that should be set up enough, and you don't have to clamp it. It's just that since I have the clamps, I like to clamp it. Let's see. Yeah, those are perfect in place now. And the last thing we're going to do is we're going to glue this into place. It's a little bit snug fit now because of the clamp I had going here. I had popped it loose. Should be okay. Might not even have to glue this, but let me run some glue in here. Maybe I should have actually, before I clamped it, put that part in. But then I wouldn't have been able to clamp it the other direction. I'm not going to put it, I'm not going to try and get it in the corners here, just across the top of the main beams. And we're going to see how well I can get it to actually go down into place, since, like I said, it is a little bit snug. What we're going to do is we're going to set it in here this way. Actually, it looks like, there we go. It almost looks like the spots are just a hair too close, but that is in place. It's all the way down. Not sure what's going to sit up on top of this. I've already put the carrot wagon into the house to dry, but let me double check. Yes, that, my friends, is all there is to do in this issue. Really kind of like that because the house, the first floor will sit up on here. So the house is going to be really tall. Not very wide, not very deep, but really tall. Hope you're enjoying this build. I am. It's well engineered. There's a couple of things here and there, but not too bad. Excuse me. Like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to be notified of any time I post new content. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Have a great day. Have a great day tomorrow. And I'll see you in the next video.
Model mania, partwork models, plastic modeling, wooden models. Workman's model mania, partwork models, plastic modeling, wooden